Hey everyone, today's video is going to serve as an update for the recent situation regarding Gigi. She did release a new apology through Discord regarding everything, and I do want to go over that as well as some other stuff regarding Sara, the owner of It Girl, and also the document that Mizuki dropped a few days ago about Gigi. Now the apology is a little bit long, but I'm gonna go ahead and read all of it just to be fair to Gigi. Before we start, please make sure to not spread any hate in the comments or to any of the people involved, including Gigi. In the last video, the comments were pretty tame, however there were a few people who came in and started just being hateful towards everybody involved, especially towards Sara. While I know some people have certain feelings regarding Sara, the allegation that Sara made about Gigi accusing her of is true. And the reason we know this is true is because Gigi did admit to making this quote-unquote joke and stated that it was vile and that she regrets ever saying it, and also apologized to Sara about it. With that being said, let's go ahead and read through Gigi's recent apology. The apology starts off by saying, "Our goal is always to be a place where everyone can feel welcome, where everyone can feel they belong. It's a goal that everyone in Dress to Impress works towards every day. From our developers' ideas to our incredibly talented community, we are constantly in awe of the way each of you interact with Dress to Impress. It is always our hope to provide a safe space for everyone. We are committed to creating a community and a game that you can feel proud to be a part of. Here are some of the steps that we are taking to ensure our goals of kindness and inclusivity become a reality. We will be reaching out to other fashion games in the community to collaborate on opportunities and help uplift each other after our Halloween update releases. We are going to make some adjustments to our community facing programs and spaces. We plan to begin by hiring a new community manager to support our manager Umuye, to reduce some of her workload and allow us to better communicate with and listen to our community. This role was never supposed to be Umuye's job, as she is our overall manager and our community has grown so much, so it's clear we need additional support in this area. Once we have completed the hiring process, our new community manager, alongside our current team, will work to restructure our social spaces, including Discord, keeping in mind the thoughts you have shared with us and any reports we have received. We take these reports extremely seriously and are always working to create a place where everyone can feel welcome and included. Our community is our main priority. We will add some other safety features too, including theme reporting so that you can report directly to us when someone purchases a theme that isn't appropriate. If half the server reports a custom theme, it will be filtered. We want you to always feel like we're listening and that we care, because we do. We have been working hard to develop and add more inclusive body types to the game too. We will be able to share a sneak peek of this soon. It may take us some time as we will need to remodel many of our items, but we make this commitment to you now because we want everyone to feel embraced by our game. We want to ensure everyone is represented, and we hope to launch these early next year, but cannot give an exact time frame at this moment. Lastly, our lead developer Dier Ben, manager Umuye, and animator Zach will be taking over for a while and leading the upcoming updates while I take time away. This is an extremely talented team, and I know the game will be safe in their more than capable hands. I am grateful for the opportunity to step back and reflect over these next few months. Thank you to this team for allowing me to take this time, and I ask you all, our community, to please be kind and patient during this time, especially to our influencers and developers, just as you give to each other every day in Dress to Impress. As an additional note, in response to some claims I've seen on social media, I have never purchased inappropriate images of any other person, nor have I ever or exploited another person. These claims are absolutely false. While I know I have made some poor choices, these claims are not among them. I would never want to cause harm to any other person. Thank you for reading, Gigi." So one thing a lot of people in the Dress to Impress community noticed is that this apology is way more organized and more professional. It does seem that Gigi took some time to make a well thought out statement in order to address the situation that's been going on. In my opinion, I do feel this is a step in the right direction. I think it's great that Gigi and her team are going to work with other small games that are in the dress up community in order to help them grow as well. I'm also happy that they're adding additional moderation settings, especially considering how rampant bad behavior has been increasing in the game lately. I'm also happy to see that there's an official statement regarding the inclusive body types. This is definitely one of those things that a lot of players care about in the community, so I'm glad that she addressed it. And the most important part about this whole whole statement is the fact that she is stepping away in order to reflect on her actions and allowing other team members to take over in the meantime. Originally, I wasn't sure if I was going to continue playing DTI due to everything going on, but the fact that she stepped down and then made this statement has made me feel better about playing the game. I have hopes for the development team that's in charge. I believe they'll be able to handle the updates properly as well as keeping the community safe. Before we move on, I do want to discuss the last part of this statement. In my original video about Gigi, I didn't really go in depth about my opinion on the whole situation regarding the NSFW server as well as the allegation that Gigi was buying photos from. But I did pin a statement below the video that I'm gonna go ahead and read. That way I can make sure I stay within YouTube guidelines. It's unfortunate Gigi was exposed to this type of content online at such a young age, which was 14. Children entering adult spaces happen too often and it can be very damaging. As someone who was exposed to similar content as a child, it affected me greatly. I did not understand the things I was seeing and didn't realize how much harm it had done until I became an adult. While Gigi has mistreated and been toxic towards others in the dress-up community, this specific situation should be handled by her parents or guardians. I know many people were talking about the situation and trying to paint Gigi as some type of. While Mizuki's document does show proof of this NSFW server existing, Mizuki is not involved in the actual situation or was ever a part of the server based on what we're reading. This is information that was sent to Mizuki by a friend who was in the server. While the NSFW server did exist, there isn't any proof in this document showing that Gigi bought pictures. I'm a firm believer of innocent until proven guilty. Otherwise, if we just believed anything without substantial evidence, it would cause a lot of trouble for all of us. So unless somebody comes out stating that Gigi did purchase photos from them, there is no proof at this time that that even occurred. Now that we're done reading Gigi's statement, let's go ahead and discuss Sara. After Sara came out with her claim against Gigi, she's been under a lot of scrutiny. Originally, a lot of people did not believe her claims because there wasn't substantial proof. However, after Gigi came out stating that yes, she did make this quote-unquote joke, people started to believe her. However, a lot of people feel that she should have handled this privately with Gigi instead of coming online to expose her. I personally believe that Sara did what she felt was right. It's a very serious matter and it's not something that people should be joking about. So I don't disagree with her decision and I support her in that matter. During the situation, a lot of people came out saying that they felt Sara only did this in order to promote her game and take down Dress to Impress. I also saw people claiming that she actually made a post promoting her game, which is not the case. The reason I believe people are saying this is because the official It Girl account posted a tweet saying, "Anyways, our Halloween update is coming together so well. Is there anything you want to see in It Girl for this update?" And Sara also retweeted a post that says, "Some other games I recommend playing instead of DTI," and It Girl was on the list. While I personally don't believe that this is Sara trying to promote her game, I do believe it was in very poor timing to post these, especially considering that a lot of eyes were on her account and people are quick to just take anything and run with it. Another thing I saw a lot of people saying is that Sara is 21 years old and she shouldn't be coming for Gigi because Gigi's only 17. I don't think that's a fair argument to make, considering that just because you're an adult doesn't mean someone can't do you wrong no matter what age they are. And if we're being honest, it actually makes the situation worse. If a minor comes out with allegations such as the one Gigi was quote-unquote joking about, the majority of people would believe the minor compared to the adult. Honestly, just putting something out like that could ruin someone's life, even if it's not true. So I definitely do believe we need to be fair to Sara in this situation and understand where she's coming from. The only thing that I honestly believe Sara shouldn't have been doing is responding to hate posts and hate comments. I know it's hard to not respond to those types of things, especially when people are dragging your name in the mud, but when you respond to people, it makes the situation worse, and they also use that as ammunition against you. Also, after doing some research, I do not see any evidence that Sara outed Gigi as trans. The only time this was mentioned was in Mizuki's doc, which again, I'm not sure how Gigi being trans is relevant to the story, but Sara was not the one who outed her. That's pretty much all I had to say about this section, so let's go ahead and get to my final thoughts. I personally feel like the situation will get better as time goes on, and I also believe that Gigi can change her ways. Now, I do want to say this is not me saying everybody should forgive Gigi and move on. That is not the case. I just believe that people are able to change if you give them the chance and the space to grow. The only way we'll know if Gigi did change is by allowing her time and also seeing what happens when she comes back to the space. I'm hoping that everything that was said in the statement will come true in the future. Also, this will be the last time I'll talk about this situation. It's been a little bit stressful for me if I'm being honest, so I feel like this is a good stopping point. If something major happens, I'll go ahead and cover it, but as of right now, I think we're in a good spot. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about the new statement. Do you feel like it was genuine, or do you feel like it could have been done better? Also, what are some changes you want to see coming to Dress to Impress and the community? I'll see y'all in the next one.